Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hope everyone had a great trading day today. We do have good news on the equity markets. Not so much good news on Bitcoin or gold. A bit of a pullback in gold today. But we do have new buy signals in equity markets. Okay, so we're going to, moving forward, going to call a buy signal in equities. All right. All right. So let's get started. All right, guys, so we have the buy signal today on the Dow. All right, so you guys know we call the temporary sell signal in the markets. So with this buy signal here on the Dow, we'll resume our buying of equities. Okay, so a buy signal came in today on the Dow. Dow made a high. Near all-time highs today on the Dow. All right, so big news on the Dow. You guys know the Russell already had a buy signal on the daily time frame. NASDAQ has a buy signal already on the daily time frame. S&P, we are waiting for a new buy signal on the S&P, but we'll go ahead and call resume buy signal in equities. Okay. Good news on the VIX. The VIX dropped to 1787. So we have lower volatility. Good for stocks. So VIX is coming back down. That's good. We were at a high a few days ago on the VIX at 28 and change, almost 29. So now we're at 1787. Good for equity markets, and we see the markets moving higher. The dollar index is at 98. All right, had a decent move up today. All right, so it's currently up. The futures market, Dow, E-mini, NASDAQ, S&P, and the Russell slightly down. Not a big deal. All right, but slightly down after market. Okay, in the futures market, again, dollar is at 98. We do need the dollar index to get above 99, which would be great. So 99 would be right about here for the dollar index. Okay, let's take a look at the sectors. So the tech sector, guys, holding nicely here. All right, tech sector holding nicely. And we're trading near the highs in tech. All right, so near the highs, we just need to break through the highs here on technology, the XLK. Healthcare, moving up here. We need to break through resistance here. Healthcare. Financials, guys, stay away from financials right here. So banking, financial stocks, nothing there. Consumer discretionary, all right, we're right at resistance right here. No buy signal. We'll need to break resistance here to give us a buy signal. As we get into Christmas here, Thanksgiving, Christmas, we could see consumer discretionary move higher. And it is timely, right? So perfect timing here. Breakthrough here, we'll get a buy signal. We have a green candle here, clearly in the markup phase. So we're looking for a reaccumulation trade, guys. Reaccumulation. Consumer staples, nothing here, guys. Look at that price action. Absolutely a mess there. All right. Good support, good resistance, but we got to get past all of this. Basic materials, nothing there unless you're in gold and silver. Communication services, we're waiting for a new buy signal here on a break of the resistance. We'll move it to the high here. Okay, so just waiting for a buy signal. Their previous buy signal did extremely well. Energy, nothing here in energy, guys. Keep an eye though on crude oil. XLU, a bit of a pullback there. That's utilities, okay? As far as the industries, number one industry, is gold. It did pull back on the daily time frame here, gap down, so that is a concern. However, we'll need new support and resistance lines to gauge the price. All right, biotech is holding strong, guys. We talked about biotech. Big move in biotech. Biotech is making new highs here. All right, so good job. Biotech keeps moving higher. So stock boss traders, keep an eye on your heat seeker. For stock boss, watch out for biotech stocks, okay? Healthcare, moving up nicely there. So we have biotech, we have healthcare. So healthcare is the sector. Biotech is the industry. Right, so this is healthcare providers. Healthcare providers. There. All right, Treasury bonds, guys. The TLT. We do track the TLT. Right, gapped up today. Bonds are doing great. All right. Early move. We talked about a bigger move. Big macro move that's happening in bonds all the way, going back all the way. We pull up the monthly time frame. All right, to 2008, 2009, where it made a low. All right, and bonds are moving up again. So this is an early trade in bonds. All right, but we have a big macro move set it up in bonds. That's where your best bargain, guys. Your bargain, even going into end of last year, right? End of last year, the best market was gold and silver. Amazing, right? How quickly things change. All right, and no one was thinking about gold and silver. All right, now everyone is thinking about gold and silver. But guess what? Right? Last year, end of last year, big institutions, they were slowly accumulating gold and silver. All right, and we saw that with our systems. Now that I'm not saying that they're getting out of gold and silver, but guess what? It's really overbought. Now the street, right, the average trader is looking at gold and silver, but guess what? They've been accumulating when it was really, really inexpensive, really cheap. Same thing for bonds now. Bonds, right? Bonds is really, really, really cheap. So we can trade the TLT. All right, we got to know what we're doing, follow our systems. But guess what? That's the market they're buying now. Just remember, these institutions, they rotate, right? From one market to the next. So they'll get a market that's depressed. No one is paying attention to. They'll start accumulating that market, start buying that market, run that market up, and get out. All right, and do it again. Okay, so just know they're starting to buy bonds, the TLT. That's the 20-year treasury right now. Okay. All right. Gold and mining. All right. So gold and mining industry right here. Moving up nicely there. Silver trust. The SLV. Right. Looks good. Medical devices. Nothing there. Semiconductor, guys. Semiconductor doing really, really well. All right, so semis looks really, really good there. All right, and we'll keep adding industries to the list. Okay, Bitcoin, we also added Bitcoin. You guys see here Bitcoin in some trouble here. We'll take a look at the Bitcoin price action. Just remember the VIX for the month, guys, was at 28. It's now down at 1787. Right? We'll need that VIX to keep coming lower. The Mag 7s, the Magnificent 7 stocks. Let's take a look. All right, so Amazon has a sell signal here. Amazon has a sell signal. Okay, resistance here, support is here. We need to recapture resistance above here. So around 240. Right about 240 to get a new buy signal on Amazon. Right now we have a sell signal in Amazon. Microsoft also has a sell signal. Let's take a look. All right, so we have buy signal here, sell signal. Price is holding now. We need to break through that resistance. We have a good upward trend. We're looking for reaccumulation. Okay, so reaccumulation. Green candles coming in here after these white candles. We need a buy signal somewhere up in this area here. If you're trading on the daily time frame, okay, so this is the daily time frame here. So that's Microsoft. Next, Mag 7, Magnificent 7 stock is Apple. Now, these stocks are not blowing through resistance levels, but they're performing, they're holding for the most part and moving higher. Apple, guys, buy signal here, broke through that resistance. All right, big candle here and is getting past resistance there. Apple looks good. That buy signal on Apple was at 218, trading at 262 with Apple. So if you're in it, let it run on the daily time frame. Meta, Facebook, no buy signal. Okay. All right. So Facebook right here, mark down, mark up. All right, we need to get past resistance here to get a new buy signal. Okay, so need to get past resistance here, but hopefully up here we'll get a new buy signal on Meta, Facebook. Okay, Google, let's take a look, has a new buy signal. All right, so right here on a break of resistance, our buy signal is right here. We need this to keep moving higher. Purple support and resistance. Keep an eye on it. NVIDIA slowed down a bit. Still holding its buy signal. White candles here. We need a pop, right? So we need NVIDIA to get past 183. It's just holding right at 181. 183 is that resistance right here. Need a nice green candle, some buyers to come in and break through that resistance. And then Tesla. Let's take a look at Tesla here. Tesla is holding its buy signal. Most current buy signal was right here and holding. We have a lot of resistance up here, guys. Look at that. This is where sellers came in before. Here we are right now. Just be aware of that. Be careful. Tesla on the daily time frame. All right, big picture. Let's go through these markets. So the Dow, guys, on the 240. Good news, 240. We got a buy signal today on the Dow. So we are calling a buy signal again in equities. Keep an eye on your stock boss and your Bullmaster systems, and also heat seeker. Right. So we'll make sure take a look at heat seeker, see what's coming up. All right, so we should have, I know Bullmaster, heat seeker for Bullmaster fell to about 50. For stock boss, about 40, 30, 40, I believe. So we should see stocks pick up again. All right, so Dow 240, buy signal here. Broke resistance, look good. Dow on the daily, we did get a buy signal on the Dow on the daily time frame. Broke resistance here, so good. Remember, we follow these indexes first. Indexes, sectors, then your stocks. Dow on the weekly time frame, nice price action, looks good. Dow on the monthly time frame looks good there. Okay, so Dow looks good. Buy signals on every single time frame for the Dow. S&P, all right, still waiting for a buy signal here on the 240, but we'll go ahead and call it on the market. All right, S&P looks good to break through here. We'll get a new buy signal hopefully tomorrow if the market stays up. All right, so S&P 240, no buy signal yet. S&P on the daily, no buy signal yet on the daily, right at that resistance. An update tomorrow into the rest of the week should give us a buy signal. Things are healthy right now unless we get some major selling, and we'll change that direction. Okay. S&P weekly holding. S&P monthly holding firm, guys. Very strong market still. NASDAQ on the 240, no buy signal, right? So we need to break through here on the NASDAQ to get a buy signal. But the Dow and the Russell looks good on the 240. Waiting for the S&P and the NASDAQ on the 240. Dow on the daily NASDAQ on the daily looks good. Getting ready to break through resistance right here, guys, right here. So really good price action on the NASDAQ. All right, you remember, NASDAQ has been a leading performer, right? Leading index. Weekly on the NASDAQ, higher highs, higher lows. Just amazing. Every single week, NASDAQ has been holding, moving higher. All green candles, can't complain there. NASDAQ on the monthly time frame. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness, right? Amazing. Every single month just continues to hold and move higher. On the Russell, we did get a buy signal. Small caps trying to make a move. Buy signal here on the 240. All right, the daily holding nicely. This is really good. All right, for the Russell. Our high is here, resistance is here, all right, somewhere in the middle, and we are moving higher. On the weekly time frame as well, buy signal on the weekly, and we are getting past these sellers, right? So sellers are here, came in here. Here we are, breaking through that resistance. So make sure you follow your support and resistance, guys. Support and resistance. And your 4 market phases. Okay, Russell on the monthly time frame looks good here. And Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin. All right. So a lot of volatility. We probably had a 7,000. I didn't keep a close eye on it, but I think it had about a $6,000 or $7,000, at least a 5,000 point swing. Okay, because we made a high, Bitcoin made a high today of 114. All right, 114. And guess what? It's at 109. All right, so what's that? About a 5,000 point swing in one day, Bitcoin. Crazy amount of volatility. I think it made a low. So it made a low, 7,000. So it made a low of 107,838. On this candle right here, guys, that green candle here made a low 107.9 and change, made a high 113 right at 114. Big swing. All right, so a lot of traders got hurt. If you got in on that swing, here hoping that Bitcoin would continue, you're getting hurt right now. Okay, so we are out of Bitcoin. Let me repeat. All right. So if you're trading with us, trading our systems, all right, trading monster cryptos, guess what? We should be out. Okay. Unless you're going to day trade it, be careful. You have to be quick. But we called the support. I think we posted it that we had support at 108 here. Right. Bitcoin was struggling to find support at 108. It found support, but guess what? Sellers came in heavy, trading at 109. Okay. Now the next support level for Bitcoin is about real support. Once we get past 108, 109, where it is 100 all the way down here. Okay. And then we have further support at around 90. So just remember these round numbers. Okay. Round numbers when we're trading Bitcoin. Okay. Daily time frame on Bitcoin, we have a sell short signal here, right? It is struggling to hold that support, right? If it breaks through that support, 100,000 is here, then 90, then 80, then 70. Okay, so we are in the distribution phase, but holding distribution right now. We're not in the markdown phase. Okay. Not in the markdown phase quite yet. We are in that distribution phase. Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, all right, struggling to hold the trend line here on the weekly time frame. All right. Now, Bitcoin has gone up a lot. We have purple support and resistance here. Okay. It is holding, but we do need a bounce. Gold, I mentioned gold. We've brought it to the daily time frame now. So, gotten away from the weekly. Now we'll be looking at the daily time frame for an exit. All right, for an exit in gold. We'll see what the price action does. Also in silver, all right, big pullback, gap down, big pullback, really overbought here. So keep an eye on it. And silver, guys, on the big macro, real big macro, we on the monthly time frame. This is a concern. This is where silver, all right, made its high here around 48, right around 2011, right? So between 2009 and 2011, look at that spike. All right, here we are, 2025. Here is that spike. And they've pulling it back down, made a high of, what's that? High of 49, almost 50, and we at 40, 43 right now, okay? We don't want this to happen with silver, okay? All right? We want it to come, at least pull back and hold, right? Give us some new support and resistance, consolidate, and then keep moving higher, right? We do not want it to collapse like this, all right? If it does, we'll know. Crude oil just holding for now. Did close its buy signal. We never took this buy signal. Nothing to do here with crude oil, all right? Crude oil is at 57. If it breaks through here, right, and gets down to 45, right, 30, major concern, all right? So that would be a concern. So we wanted to stay in right here between, what's that number? 70, we said 75 and about 50, ideally about 60 is where we wanted to stay. Good for gas prices, good for the economy, okay? Bonds looking really good. We talked about bonds, big macro move setting up in bonds. Buyers are coming in finally in bonds here on the weekly time frame, all right, in the bonds. So the TLT, all right, good. No complaint here. We need to get to resistance right here around 100 and then hopefully start moving higher. A decent trade here. Dollar is holding. And pound yen. Pound yen finally breaking out, guys. So pound yen, all right, buy signal here is finally broke out of that range, big range going back about a year. And you guys know our Forex traders, our monster scalper traders. I know you guys have been patiently, I don't want to say waiting. I know some of you guys have been trading, but we have been waiting for this market. Hopefully, this is the start of getting out of this consolidation here for the Forex market. So pound yen moving here, buy signal here, moving up. On the weekly time frame, we are breaking out, guys. So pound yen finally breaking out. That will help, all right, to bring in volatility and hopefully direction in the Forex market. And on the monthly time frame, look at here, guys. We're breaking through here on the monthly time frame. All right, so very good. We currently do not have any positions, so no positions in Monster Scalper. So we look for new positions. Stocks. Let's take a quick look here. So Stock Boss, we have a lot of red in Stock Boss. Let's see what's going on here. All right, that's a bit of that's a concern, somewhat of a concern, because guess what? The Dow was up, Russell was up, Nasdaq was down a bit, but guess what, guys? Small caps, right? The Russell was down, all right, almost half a point, little more than half a point. All right, that will put pressure on small cap stocks in Stock Boss. That's probably why. So let's go through these, okay? Green candles will hold these alerts. White candle All right, now that we're calling a buy signal again in equities, so remember guys, we're calling a buy signal again in equities. We'll hold on a white candle. So white candle will hold. All right, green candle obviously will hold. White arrow will close the trade. Red candles will close the trade. Okay, so we need green candles here. Let's go through these. So even with a lot of selling here, they're still holding. Remember, white candles will continue to hold. For now, only close on red candles, white arrows. This is on the daily time frame. We're trading stock boss. And we'll look at how hit seeker is performing. Okay. For both small caps and large cap stocks. Okay. All right. So although we've got some red, right? See some red? All right. Some selling in there. Surprisingly, these small cap stocks are holding. So internally, markets looking good. All right, so not a single small cap stock in stock boss to close. That is great news. Large cap stocks in Bull Master. Let's go through these. Same process. Green candles, right? We'll go through this quickly here. We'll continue to hold. Let them run through that markup phase, reaccumulation, right? That's what we want with Bull Master. These large cap stocks. All right, because these institutions are holding. So if they're holding, we want to hold as well. Good price action there. All right. QMCO. We have a red candle here, guys. You see that here? Red candle right here. All right, so we'll close this trade. All right, we don't want that little bit of selling here to turn into a lot of selling. We don't want that. All right, remember your first sell is your best sell, right? The SBSW sell signal came in today. Buy signal came in at 985. Sell signal 1035. Close the trade, please. All right, so a couple to close in Bull Master. Not bad, guys. Not bad at all. So markets, so the buy signals that came in today, so far proving that the market is holding. So we have how many? 3 out of the 4 indexes on the daily time frame with buy signals, and we have how many? 2 of the indexes on the 240 with buy signals as well. Okay. Our US 30 traders, US 30 NAS 100 traders. We do have buy signals on the US 30 here. Buy signal here. We did not call this. Guys, we'll wait. We have data coming out. So first time in a while, we've got data coming out on Friday, right? And we have CPI numbers, which should definitely move the market. All right. We do have a buy signal here on the 60. If you're trading it, just be careful if you're in it. Looks good so far. Buy signal on the daily time frame. So no shorts. We look to go long on Friday when we go live. Nasdaq on the 60-minute time frame, no buy signal. Looking to break the resistance there. The S&P, right? No buy signal. Setting up nicely though, guys. So the E-minis setting up nicely here. Quick look at Stock Boss. And let's run Heat Seeker. We track over 22,000 stocks. So we have 54. That's still low for Heat Seeker. So 54 in Heat Seeker. Let's take a look at Bullmaster here. Bullmaster, nicely done, 94. So a bit more in Bullmaster, but remember, right, guys, small caps got hit a little bit today, right? The Russell was down about half a point, okay? So that is a big deal. That's why we're seeing fewer stocks in Heat Seeker for stock buffs, okay? We'll go through some opportunities. I want to, if we have time, we'll look at opportunities in Stock Boss and Bullmaster through Heat Seeker. But I want to spend some time in Monster Scalper. Let's see what's going on with Monster Scalper for Forex, because the yen pair, pound yen, is moving higher. All right. Let's see here. Forex Dominator. Just want to take a look at the leaders here, what they're doing. Aussie, New Zealand put a bit of a pullback there. New Zealand, Swiss. So it's still all over the place as far as big picture. Swiss yen. So we have dollar, Aussie, New Zealand, Kiwi. So it's still all over the place. All right. All right. Still no direction. Let's find some trades though. Okay. On the 60-minute time frame, nothing there. Kiwi pairs on the 60. Nothing there. Yen pairs on the 60. Keep an eye on the 60, guys, on the yen pairs. Also, the dollar pairs, you might find something there. On the 240. Market is still consolidating, guys. Amazing. Wait for the for buy signals in the yen pairs. Okay, pound yen. So GBP, JPY. We're going to call a buy signal. Okay, so buy signal in pound yen on the 240. We have a buy signal here, right? So it does need to break out. All right, so you might want to just take a small position if you're going to trade. All right, trade at your own risk, guys. So I have to say that, right? All right, so pound yen on the 240 buy signal here on the daily time frame, guys. Looks good. Look at the daily here. We are breaking out on the daily. Pound yen wants to break out. It really does. Tired of sitting around. All of that consolidation here. Look at that, guys. What a mess. It is trying to break out here. Purple support and resistance. Keep an eye on it. It is overbought on the daily here. We do have buyers on the daily. And we're going to call it here. So pound yen long on the 240 minute time frame. All right. Give it some room to move a bit. Yeah. You know, pound yen will move. Swiss yen, we'll call it as well. CHF JPY. Just want to get you guys something in this market. Okay. Buyers, good buyers on the daily time frame. Good chart as well. Look at that chart on the daily. Look at that, guys. Just amazing run here. So we're looking for another run. We don't have to move as fast or as long. All right. Bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here. Swiss yen. All right. And we are breaking out on the daily time frame here. Okay. That's reaccumulation trade. So first trade here, second trade right here. Swiss yen. So pound yen and Swiss yen so far. Just something, right, for you guys. CAD yen, no buy signal. Aussie yen, no buy signal yet. Keep an eye on the other yen pairs, okay, guys? Keep an eye on those. Dollar on the 240. Dollar pairs. Nothing here. Keep an eye on them, right? Nice pullback here. The whole group is not moving like the yen pairs. See the yen pairs here? All blue, right? Dollar pairs kind of mix blue and, right? Blue is up. Red is down. Most of the yen pairs are blue up. All of them are blue up. Dollar pairs are mixed. Euro pairs are red. They're going down. All right, so be careful with that market. If you want to short it, certainly you can do that. Be careful. Pound pairs, those are going short also. But like what's happening in the yen pairs, and in particular pound yen. Okay, so we see that that breakout. Quick look at Stock Boss, Bullmaster, and then we'll be done. Let's just see here. See if we can get some early buy signals. Now we have 50, 54, I think we said. We have really good price action, guys. However, most of these are running up already. All right, FIGS. Are we in this one? I don't think so. All right, so we have good buying. Look at the markdown phase, guys. Oh my goodness, right? That fell from 46. A buy signal came in at 674, trading at 817. So good buying on the weekly. Breaking resistance here, reaccumulation, we'll call that FIGS in Stock Boss. They're definitely holding these small cap stocks. That's good to see. SVRA, good buying on the weekly. Look at that, guys. Good buying here. Mark up, mark down, right? Accumulation, mark up. Not a perfect chart, but a good chart. for what we're doing. On the daily time frame, all right, good markdown phase. This is a reaccumulation trade. And we'll take a reaccumulation in stock boss because this market has been moving for a while here. All right, nice big candle. Look at the buyers that came in. Big candle came in yesterday. Buy signal here, moving up nicely here. SVRA in stock boss. Okay. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. All righty. All right. Quick look at Bull Master. Just a quick look, guys. Quick look. They're definitely holding large cap stocks right now. That could change in the future, but right now they're holding stocks in Bull Master. All right, BTSG. So BTSG. All right, always keep an eye on the weekly, guys. I know it's not your trading window, but we want to see the overall trend, overall direction. Look at this. All right, so on the daily here. I'm sorry, hold on. Yeah, that's on the. What did we do? Hold on, we changed this. We changed this when we went live. Okay, hold on. So on the daily here, never mind. Never mind. And weekly here. Yeah, that's gone there. Let me make sure. All right, so stock boss was correct. Okay. All right, let's go through this again quickly. Just want to grab a few, and then we'll be done. Be careful when they gap up, because when they gap up, they can come back and fill in that gap, okay? So just pass and find another. And 91, 94, I think we said 94 out of Heat Seeker for Bull Master is good. Choppy on the weekly. Daily looks good. Choppy though on the weekly there. They're still buying. All right. A lot of these have left the building, guys. They're gone. All right. PHAT. So we'll stop here. That's in Bull Master. So our stock boss traders, our Bull Master traders, make sure you run your heat seeker. All right. You guys know it runs automatically, but if you want to manually run it, you can certainly do that. So we have two in stock boss. So look at that, 2 across the board. 2 trades for Bull Master, 2 for stock boss, and 2 for Bull Master. Okay, so we'll end here. Keep an eye on couple of things. Bitcoin. Well, obviously, we're getting buy signals again back into equity, so that's good. Bitcoin, right? No buy signal, guys, on the 240. All right, right now we're at 108 on Bitcoin. Bitcoin made a low. When was it? Was it earlier this week or last week? At 103. Okay, at 103. Remember, Bitcoin fell from a high, came from a high about 125,000. Support is at 100. Okay, so if I was a betting man, all right, which I'm not, I would say Bitcoin would like to test that, right, 100,000 mark right here. We have decent support at 100,000 here and here. Not a lot of support, all right, but we do have decent support right here. So keep an eye. And then gold, not a major concern yet in gold and silver. But guys, this is a big candle here. I know it's not white or red, but boy, that price action came all the way from up here, all right, all the way down here in one day. So be aware of that. And same for silver. And I'll see everyone tomorrow when we do our Q&A. Okay, silver gap down. That's never a good sign when they gap down. So what we're going to do for silver and both gold is we're going to put the high here and then the low here and see what it does. See if price can hold. All right, consolidate in here and then give us direction from there. Okay, same thing here. Just a low. All right, no support there. We're just putting those lines there, so don't think we've got support. We don't have any support and resistance yet. Okay, all right, guys, thanks for coming. All right, if you guys need to reach me, just go on the website, right, monstertradingsystems.com. Right, you can contact me directly or in our SKOOL community. Okay, I'm always available. Take care, guys. Have a good evening, and I'll see everyone tomorrow for Q&A. Take care. Be careful with these markets. Okay, really good opportunities, but you have to be very selective. Okay.